guys, welcome back. Another episode of Girls Next Door.
Yeah, another fun week.
Literally just landed this morning from the Gold Coast.
Yeah, as of like an hour ago.
And we went there because the WSL World Surf League, you would have heard us talk about one of the comps at Bells Beach a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And this is their last stop in Australia on the Gold Coast. And usually they give it like a 10-day window, just depending on the surf to like get the competition done. But this one went really fast.
This one went fast because the surf was good. So they were like, let's just smash it out. But oh my gosh.
No, I know. It was wild. So basically, Holly and I were so lucky to be in their bougie VIP tent, which amazing. Thank you so much. As in, thank you to the people that accommodated us there.
WSL.
Yes, we love you guys. This spot is for like the surfers, the family
and friends, like close family and friends.
But it's somewhat intimate. There's not heaps of people in there. But you also have like, who did we have walking around? Your Hemsworth brothers.
The Hemsworth brothers. Who else was it?
Celeste Barber.
Big dogs were rocking around.
Oh, yeah, there were some big dogs. And then there were us.
And then there was us
the biggest dogs of all. No, but it was so much fun. But the best part, like, we've been to a few WSL like events now as well as the after party.
Which is so fun. This one was definitely
in a league of its own.
Yep.
And I feel like everyone felt the same way. But I think that's also, it was for a few reasons. Firstly, the Goldie, beautiful, warm, all the things.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly,
because it finished early, is this what you're going to say?
Yes.
Because it finished early, then that meant that everyone could send it because they had a decent amount of time before the next comp.
And we sent it, honey.
I sent it way too far.
But also on top, you did, and we'll get to that. But also, two Aussies won. Firstly, Ethan Ewing, incredible, well done. But Steph Gilmore.
Our girl.
Oh, my goodness. So we were
we love Steph.
As soon as she won, we were like, this is going to go hard. She's also just bought out like her own tequila brand.
Snapper's also her local break.
Yes. So it was like so layered. Anyway, so we fast forward to the after party. Also, typical of the surf industry. Guys, where are we going to have the after party tonight? Where's it at? Oh, we don't know. No one had anywhere booked. So they were like, we're just going to stay in this VIP tent.
And we'll get a few DJs to come in.
Yep. They just got behind the decks. Honestly, whoever built the infrastructure that held us all, the thing was almost off the floor. The jumping.
You were worried at some points because you were like, because when everyone was jumping in certain moments.
Oh, it was crazy.
You'd feel like underneath your feet it shifted a little bit.
Yeah, it was unreal.
Yeah.
But anyway, basically what's happened was Holly revisited her 16-year-old. Yeah, her 16-year-old self when you end up in hospital needing your stomach pumped. So embarrassing.
I don't know how it happened because I do know how it happened. I know how it happened. But you drank the same as me, so I don't know how it got me so bad.
Yeah.
Maybe I drank quacker.
You drank quacker. No, you drank quack.
So daggy.
You do drink faster. So obviously you and I, we don't really drink much, so it doesn't take us much to,
And you know what I think it is actually? Sorry to cut you off. I think when I was, am I sorry? On the tables there were like open cans of all sorts of stuff. And I think I grabbed at a few of them when I was a little bit tipsy. So, and they were full cans, but I was still like grabbing at them.
Yeah, you kind of started to mix drinks, which is never a good idea. No. But also, Sinker, they had their own like little activation where you'd go over and you'd get like a drink, basically.
Yeah, the girls were serving
up their tequila. But that ran out at one point. So we were like, okay, I guess we'll have to drink some other things here. But it didn't run out.
It didn't run out because one of the guys that works with them and quite closely was like, oi, I'll get you some tequila. Like
people were sneaking behind it, being like, come over here, I'll give you a shot.
Yeah.
So we had shot after shot after shot. And before you know it, it hit almost midnight. And they're like, righto, we're closing this tent down. Everyone's going to move across to the pub. Holly hits the fresh air.
Oh, my God.
Guys,
kill me.
Embarrassing.
Oh, what's that movie where he's got the tattooed across his chest, like, no regrets? I had regrets.
Oh,
let me tell you, honey.
I had regrets just looking at you. I was like, having to help you walk.
I can't remember everything. I was throwing up, which I haven't done that since I was 16.
Not only were you throwing up though.
That's a lie. I did it in Europe like 3 years ago. But
So I would say passed out. You like fell asleep out the front of the toilets. I thought,
Ew.
And because it was wet too, you were like half in mud. And I was like, Holly, get up. Let's move you over here.
Oh, gross.
So anyway, we walk. It really wasn't that bad. I'm putting a little bit of mayo. But anyway.
I'm so hooked. I'm like, ew, what a pig.
I start trying to walk you to the pub and you're getting increasingly, it's like the more the fresh air hit you, the more you were like, I am not in any way going to make it to this
No,
pub.
which is such a shame because the other parties we've went to from the surf comps, they've always finished so early. Like everyone's just about to launch and then they're like, it's over, so you have to go home.
Yes.
Whereas people were moving from the tent to the pub across the road. Obviously, I was way too drunk to go across
So
there.
I walk you past there thinking, please no one see, please no one see, please no one see.
No.
We sit on like a gutter waiting for like a taxi. I could not get taxis. I don't know what it was with the Gold Coast that night. Could not get a taxi for the life of me. I'm like rubbing your back while you're throwing up.
Ew.
You out of nowhere just spit on my leg. And I was like, what are you doing? I was like, Holly, I literally pushed you. And because I was like, yuck, like that. And then you just, because you were drunk, you just like went to sleep. Yeah. I pushed you and you just flopped to the side and literally went to sleep. And I was like.
Didn't some glummer try to come and help too?
Oh, yes, he did.
And then like.
He stopped the car, some Brazilian guy.
Oh, was he driving?
And I was like trying to fix your hair up.
Oh,
yes. Because I was like, oh no. And you did not give a shit.
Well,
you
I can't
were just
remember.
Like,
I can't remember this part.
Yeah, I was like fixing your hair. And then he was like, is she a model? And I'm like, I'm sitting there sober, chopped liver, thinking she is cross-eyed. She has vomit in her hair. You're asking if she's the model out of the two right now.
You told me this the next day. I was flattered.
I know. Anyway, he was lovely. He went and got some water and was like, get home safe, whatever. We had one of the boys help us too. He was a legend. Not that we needed help, but he was actually just sitting with us laughing. He was like, this is so gross. But then who walks past? The legend of all legends, 9-time world champion, Steph Gilmore.
Yeah.
And she goes, she all right? And I'm like, yeah, she's fine. You're like, bleh. And I felt like saying, it's your tequila, bitch. But it really ain't. Mind you, though, I had zero hangover the next day.
I was drunk still the next day.
You were drunk the next day.
I was drunk the next day.
You were hungover on day 3.
Honestly, it's been a week. I think I'm actually just out of it now.
But that wasn't the tequila. That was you mixing. That's the problem. Because I didn't mix, and I'm not joking. I had a bit of the tequila and I was drunk, but had no hangover the next day. I went for a run.
Yeah, okay. I get it.
Yeah.
Stop rubbing it in.
Anyway, that was so fun, honestly.
But yeah, no, it was the best. I can't remember half of it. Well, sorry, I can't remember the back end, but the parts I do remember, so much fun.
I know. It was awesome. And then it just like, it was one of those things that it connected us with so many other people like straight away. You remember obviously that time, another party that we went to.
Which one?
The World Cup Rugby Sevens.
Oh my God.
Speaking of connecting us.
That was probably, I would say that was better.
But also what came out of that.
What came out of that,
was
honey?
second to none. But before we get into that.
Okay, hurry up.
Before we get into that, we're the girls next door. So if you haven't already, like, subscribe, send it to all your friends because that's what good neighbours do. But oh my God, this Rugby Sevens after party, what was this, 5 years ago?
Yeah, like 5-6 years ago now.
Okay, let me set the scene. Me and you and our best friend Ruby, we're like, let's put boards in the car. We're going to drive to Sydney because they have the Rugby Sevens World Cup tournament or something like that.
So at the time, we had friends who played in the Irish team.
Yes. So we'd just lived there for almost a year and hung out with all of our mates and some of them played for Ireland.
Yeah.
We go to this after party. All the teams from all the different countries are there. So you've got, let's name some.
Guys and girls, by the way.
Australia's there, New Zealand's there, Ireland's there. Everyone's there. Spain is there.
Spain is there.
Okay. So
Spain is there, guys. Oh my God.
Ruby and Holly can both dance. I can shake it. I don't have much to shake. So anyway, I was feeling really sick that day too. I don't know, migrainey. But anyway, I still turned it on. But Holly turned it on and Ruby to a whole nother level. What happens? The Spanish team, of course, are there. And Holly and this one guy, they're making eyes, whatever, cute. That was the same night that we met Alona Ma.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So this
I reckon this was about 6 years ago.
And she was a big dog then.
Yeah.
But like this was prior to her more
really,
recent Olympics
really
where she blew up.
Yeah. It was. I reckon we just got in before the
rest of you.
Yeah. We know her more than you.
We knew her first. Anyway, the Spanish team are there. Holly and this one guy make eyes. Anyway, this one guy's become a very dear friend of ours.
Yeah.
We love him to bits.
Yeah.
You guys have shared a cheeky kiss.
We have.
And then Holly frolics off into the night.
I was like, what's it called? Cinderella.
And he was
ran
like,
off. I was like, bye.
He had very little English.
Ollie.
Yeah. They don't pronounce
the H's.
Yeah. What's with you and guys with very little English as well, actually, side note?
I don't know. Mate, he was Spanish. Do I need to say more?
Not really. It doesn't answer my question. But anyway, we'll move on.
Yeah, I don't know
basically, you guys share a kiss. You think you're being really mysterious. You leave. We all leave. Right? We go home. Me, you, Ruby, we wake up. We go for a surf. We're surfing Bondi Beach. In our mind, we're like, oh, that guy Holly kissed. Like, he was so cute. That was so much fun. So the universe just works in such funny ways. We get out the water and I see this wall of bronzed gods walking towards us.
Bronze Adonises.
Oh my goodness. And I'm like looking, my eyesight's not great, obviously. I'm like looking.
This blob.
I'm like this. No, I'm looking and I like start tapping Holly and Holly's like trying to get her stuff off and get dry clothes on or whatever or do your hair or something.
I haven't noticed them at this point.
And I say, Holly, brush your hair because feral everywhere after the surf.
I didn't have a brush, so I was doing these ones.
Putting the hands through it. And I was like, I think that guy from last night's about to walk over. And she was like, what? So she's like doing her hair. And then all of a sudden we hear, Ollie.
Oh my God.
And we look over and it's him and like 6 of his teammates. And I'm like, these guys are too young for me. But I'm like running my hands through my hair. No, to be fair, they weren't, but whatever. Anyway, so we're thinking that they're going to leave that night. And he's like, no. He's like, we actually just got the same van that you've got. And we're going to go to Jarvis Bay. And we're like, oh, we were going to stop by Jarvis Bay on the way home. And he was like, well, we're going there for 6 days. Come with us.
And at one point we were like, okay, we're either going to get murdered or we're probably not because
this is going to be the time of our life. We're not sure. We're going to risk it.
Look at them.
Yeah.
Look at them. Yes. Let's start with that. Look at them.
So fast forward, had the best 6 days ever.
Steph and I had no Espanol. Okay? None. They had more English than what we had Spanish, obviously. But
very little.
Still very little. But we were basically for the week playing charades because we couldn't communicate.
No. You and this one guy, Manu, of course we will name him, had like a romance.
Yeah. This whole week was unbelievable.
No, it was the best week ever.
We were all like, oh, guys, this was the best, but it's like sad we all have to leave. Like we might not see each other again. And then one of the boys, Miguel, was like, it's like this romance. It's like that movie where they go, na, 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 na.
And we were all like, Grease Lightning. And they were like, I don't know. We were like, yes, it's Grease Lightning.
But anyway, the reason why we got to that was connections. Oh, connections you can make at these parties. Like,
Then we went on. then I was going to say, I don't know why we told that. But yeah, then we went on to obviously go and, I shouldn't say live because it was only 3 months, but we did unintentionally stay with them for 3 months. And like with all the different friends and family members too, it was unbelievable.
Oh my gosh, it was the best. Like the Spanish are the best.
They are
though.
our friends. Like,
we're starting Spanish actually this week.
Yes.
So yeah, that should be fun.
Yeah.
Watch this space. We might do an episode in Spanish.
No, we won't. That's
in
not
about
true.
20 years' time.
Oh, okay. Anyway, all right. I think it's time to move on.
Yeah.
Before we get too far into the episode, we've actually got some follow-ups from last week's rom-com draft.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, so apparently a handful that we've missed.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I've skimmed my eyes over this. Some absolute rippers. I don't know how we missed them. Knocked Up.
So good.
I know how.
That's actually on Netflix at the moment. I was going to put that on the other day.
Okay,
Yes,
so we're watching it tonight.
Yeah.
Next one on the list is 50 First Dates.
You know what though? I actually am not crazy about that.
I think the concept is genius.
The concept, yeah, but then it's also sort of sad.
Yeah, don't love that, but also controversial. I don't love Adam Sandler movies.
These days, not really, but like when he was young, they were good.
Yeah, his OG stuff, fair call.
Yeah.
Okay, next, 40-Year-Old Virgin.
That's a great one.
Anything he is in, give me his name.
Steve Carell.
Anything he is in, top tier.
He's the best, yeah.
Wedding Crashers.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. I saw that a few weeks ago. Hilarious.
Where did you see that a few weeks ago?
I
Ollie's
saw
lying
it.
to everyone. Because I then probably would have seen it.
No.
We weren't together.
Shock horror.
Okay. Bridget Jones.
Bridget Jones, I think I need to watch that again. I haven't watched that many times.
Same.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've watched it.
I think I've seen it like maybe once and probably a long time ago.
And I also feel like there's a million of them now.
Yep.
And last one on the list, Meet the Parents.
That's what's the next one from that? Meet the Fockers?
Yes.
Is that it? Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, that's like there's like a few of those movies, I think. They are good.
I don't know. But anyway, so that's the list.
That's a follow-up for the movies.
That's the follow-up for the rom-com draft.
Whereas I've got the follow-ups for the breakup songs. FURB, Frankie, fuck you right back.
Incredible.
Breakaway, Kelly Clarkson.
Oh,
That
my
is
God.
banger.
That's an anthem.
Life Goes On by Leanne Rimes.
Okay, so you were too young for that is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, okay. I've got some more. Well, yeah.
Okay, go on.
This is all time.
Go on.
Say Goodbye, Chris Brown. Please, Stephanie, you know this song. Steph's like pretty bad when it comes to songs.
I need to hear
She does need to
things.
hear it.
I also just love his.
He's so good.
Excuse me, Miss is my favourite.
Yo, that's what it's called.
Oh, is that what it's called? Okay.
Okay, now these are the breakup songs from the boys.
Oh, breakup songs from boys.
From boys.
Go.
This one isn't my favourite out of the list, but gives you hell, All American Rejects. When you see my face, I'm going to get you hell.
Oh, yeah. These are headbangers. Are they all
They're
headbangers?
bangers. They're all sort of headbangers, yeah.
Okay, of course.
This next one,
Yep.
She Hates Me, Puddle of Mud. You know, she fucking hates me.
La, 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 la.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Again, headbanger.
99 Problems, Jay-Z.
But a bitch ain't one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, boys.
Boys. Okay, next one. Better Now, Post Malone. Better Now. Tone deaf as fuck.
Yeah. Okay, so that's a bit more sad.
Yeah.
Little bit.
Less yeah.
Headbangy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This is a good one.
Go on.
I Hate Everything About You, 3 Days Grace. I hate everything about you.
Are there any like guys ones that are like sad? Or are they all like
No, they rock on,
guys
boys.
rock it out, do they? Right.
Yeah. But I think it's also because we're trying not to get too like sad because everyone could throw in some sad songs. These are trying to be like a
moving on kind of situation.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Have we got any more?
No, that's done.
Okay. Well, I would like to touch on that song that you didn't know. Leanne Rimes, Life Goes On. How do you not know that?
I was not born in the 50s.
Okay, well, clearly too young for it. But you're too young for a lot of stuff, really.
Okay. One thing you're too old for, coloured TV.
No, I'm not too old for colour TV.
Yes, you are, Grandma.
I don't even think I was. I'm like, I wasn't around when it was black and white. All this yip yap. All this talking absolute nonsense.
Oh, yeah,
and
coming from you.
Haven't even noticed.
What?
That the sun is starting to set.
Okay, I thought you were going to pull out the harmonica again. I'm like, I haven't practiced.
Golden hour. So it's time to read some letters from the letterbox.
Yeah, I've got the first one.
Let's go.
My letter is from someone called Maddie.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, ladies, I'm keen to know, having only one brother in a house full of girls, how did he actually handle it? You've mentioned Nathan a few times and how he's helped shape you, but was he the typical tough brother or did you girls eventually manage to break him? I'd love to hear some stories about growing up with him. Also, I've seen his rig on TikTok. Absolute smoke show. Haha. Sorry, not sorry. Love you both.
Love you too. Nathan, our beautiful, beautiful brother. Him and Brie are similar. They're sensitive.
Yeah, they're not. They're
very
by
sweet.
nature, he's not like tough.
No, and he's more quiet.
Yeah.
Like you and I are the more, Brie and him are a lot more similar in that they're a bit more introverted, they're a bit more quiet. But at the same time, Nathan broke all of our arms.
Oh, we are going there.
Within 2 days of each other?
Yeah. Yeah, he did actually.
Yeah, he did.
Unintentionally. He didn't mean it.
No, he didn't. But that's one way to explain Nathan. No, not one way. But
are we going to unpack that story or no?
Okay, go.
No, are we going to? Do we have time? Okay. So within 2 days, our brother broke our arms. There's 3 girls. He was playing footy with Steph. He was playing footy with Steph.
Yes.
And he tackled her.
Yeah.
They were mucking around.
Yeah.
He's tackled her. She's fallen to the floor. She's broken her arm.
Yeah.
Brianna was also playing then too. He's playing with her as well. He speckies her, which for those who aren't from Oz, a specky is where someone's going up to catch the ball and someone else behind them runs up and puts their knee on like their back or their shoulder
to catch
and
the ball.
marks the ball off their back. And he's done that to Brie and she's fallen to the floor. She's broken her arm. We've then obviously all went to the children's hospital.
Back in the day, the children's hospital, it might still have it now.
I say it would.
But they have a playground, which is genius.
Oh, so good.
But Holly, of course, instead of playing in the playground, she was playing on the outside and climbing the whole outside of the playground.
Yes, and Mum has said to Nathan, go get Holly. She shouldn't be climbing on the outside of the playground. Nathan's walked over to me, went to grab me, and I was like pretty high up and I've freaked out because obviously he's went to grab me. I've fallen off the playground and landed on my arm, like with my hand behind my back and like snapped my bone.
Perfect place to do it, in the hospital. And then so we've all three of us have walked out with a cast.
Yeah.
And all three, mine actually wasn't technically broken. That's a story for another time. But I cried so much and I was like, please give me the cast that they did. So that's one thing of Nathan. I think another good way to explain Nathan though.
Yeah.
He did play also typical older brother, especially to me.
Especially to you because you guys were similar in age.
Yeah. And I went to an all-girls school. He went to an all-boys school. But our schools were like brother-sister schools, if that makes much sense.
Yep.
But basically what would go on is that in year 9, you got to have a social. So Nathan would have been in year 10 and I would have been in year 9. And because his school was our brother's school, I was like so excited for the social, got a cute dress, put on makeup, which I very rarely would have ever done, did my hair. I rock up to this social and basically you just go around and dance with people. I could not get a dance off anyone. This makes me sound so old, but for the life of me, and I remember it like it was yesterday, the girls were like, well, just go and ask someone yourself. And I was like, no, like the guy should be asking me. And then I like stood forward and this guy walked over and went to ask me for a dance. And then he goes, what's your name? And I said, oh, Steph, what's your name? And he told me his name. And then he goes, Steph, what? So he must have heard that Nathan's sister goes to the sister school or whatever. And I was like, oh, Steph Davey. And he goes, oh, I know your brother. I can't dance with you.
Oh.
And I was like, I went home and I was like, Mom, I'm so upset.
I weirdly love that story.
No, I love it too. And what's even cuter though, whilst he had his time being like the crazy older brother.
Yeah.
Because even like side note, that time that one of his friends told you to shut up and Nathan chased him out of the house.
Oh my God. And Mum blamed it on Red Bull.
We had to pull Nathan off him.
Oh yeah. I probably deserved it. I was just like a little shitty 10-year-old kid. Definitely. Just trying to be like funny and like taking the piss out of like.
You would have been so annoying as
I would have been so
annoying. He's told you to shut up and Nathan was like, you don't tell my little sister to shut up. And he literally chased him down the street. Like half of us went running after him and then we had to. Anyway, but
actually another story.
I had one.
Hey, no, mate, you've been fucking talking this whole time.
Okay, go.
Bree, obviously she's like unreal athlete, always has been.
Yeah.
Dad too, if we were inside or we weren't outside playing, Dad would be like, okay, here's some boxing gloves, go punch on at the front. So we'd do that a lot. It was actually really fun. But anyway, Nathan obviously would be like semi-proud. Just show your mouth, Steph.
Okay.
Semi-proud of Bree because he was like, she's young, but she can hold her own. Like she's a little weapon.
She can fight.
So he would make Bree fight the boys in our street who were older than us.
That's what I was going to say. We would go and do it with our neighbours. We would all put on gloves and we would fight each other in the front yards.
Yeah. But like there was this one kid, Jackson, who like they were a similar age. I think he was like 1 or 2 years older, but he was like, yeah, my sister's going to beat you up.
Nathan said this. He's like, my sister's going to beat you up.
And he's like still to this day, like if you ask him now, he'll be like, it was one of the best fights I've ever seen.
And he did the same with me. He teed me up with Dino, remember, who was down the street. And he was like, okay, Steph, now you and Dino. And I was like, okay. And I fought Dino, but then Dino like jumped on my back and I couldn't get him off. So he was beating me. And then Nathan tag teamed. I was like, get off my sister. And I was like, yes. But aside from Nathan having like these crazy older brother undertones, he also has this sweetest side to him ever.
Oh, yeah.
Because when I was probably late teens.
I think I know what you're going to say.
Early 20s.
Yeah.
Well, I'd never had like anxiety or an anxiety attack.
No, and you're not naturally that way.
No, I'm not that way inclined at all. But he's walked in upstairs because Nathan and I used to share a bedroom as well. And so he'd moved out of the home at this point, but he's walked into our old bedroom and I was sitting there on the bed and I was like couldn't get a deep breath and I was like starting to panic and he just turned so calm and he was just like, you're all right. And he was like, literally grabbed me off the bed.
Yeah.
And he laid me down on the floor. So not on the bed. I don't know why not, but laid me on the floor and he just laid down next to me and he was like, you're just going to look at that at the ceiling. And he's like, and you're just going to copy my breathing. And so he literally just laid there next to me and I had tears running down the sides of my eyes.
This story makes me feel like sick and it almost makes me want to pull my eyes out every time.
I was like, oh my God, someone's crushing my lungs.
Yeah.
And he just stayed there with me for about half an hour, just like talking and I was just like, copying his breath. Again, tears down the sides of my eyes.
Which is smart for a young boy too, because like
so switched
that's
on.
something that you learn.
Well, also, Nate's what, 36? I'm 35. So that's 15 years ago. 15 years ago, you didn't really have
No, you didn't
breathing
know that.
techniques and all this stuff, or really what an anxiety attack was. But he was clued in enough to be like, I've got you. And then we just had a hug and we chatted for 10 minutes and he was like, you all good? Yep, all good. No worries, see you later.
Punches you in the arm.
Yeah, get over it. Bang. No, best older brother in the world.
Oh,
like
he's
we
the
couldn't,
best.
you couldn't ask for a better older brother. And we actually always say, if war breaks out,
he's the guy you want to go to. No, but he's awesome.
But he did break all our arms, so don't be fooled.
Yeah, yeah. He cannot be trusted. No, I'm kidding.
All right, now I've got a letter.
Okay.
In the letterbox. This letter is from Maya. Hey girls, I love the show. Thank you. I hope your parents don't listen to this one because my question for the pod is, what is one thing that you have never, ever told your parents?
Ooh.
I know, that's hard.
What's one thing that I've never, ever told my parents? I didn't really do much, to be honest, in those years, my teenage years, I reckon. I remember.
Bullshit. Just lies to everyone on the pod.
I'm like,
it's our community. You don't lie to these guys.
Okay, well, fine then. Let's be
real.
Let's be real.
The Cubby House.
The Cubby House. Yeah,
we used to run seances, fake seances.
We used to
Ouija boards.
Yeah, we used to do Ouija boards in the Cubby House and just
and Mum believed that, which we did do that.
Yeah, we did.
You and I didn't do this together.
Look, I actually didn't do Ouija boards. I probably would have done something a bit more tame. Ouija boards, I don't fuck with them. Magical herb, I fucked with. I fucked with that.
And Mum would cook these
apple cinnamon cakes. Fuck. I want one of them right now.
Let's call her after this. We call her on the pod. We're like, Mum. But no, we'd have like a sleepover and she would know. And I know this was the same with you. We weren't hanging out at this age. We were both too young.
Yeah.
No, but like I know you would have had the same experience.
It was a similar thing. It would be like up in the Cubby House with your girlfriends. You'd all have some magical herb.
But you'd tell Mum you're up there playing cards
and then she'd be like, oh, great, here's a cake, girls. And you'd be like, thanks, Mum. And then
the magical herb has kicked in, so that cake.
You're like, bring out another 5 cakes, please.
I know.
But that would be mine. That's the first thing that I thought of.
If she listens to this, she now knows we weren't playing cards or just doing Ouija boards.
No. To be fair, I do love that cake still. But do you have another story?
I know, but I wonder if the magical herb made it way better than what it was. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Do you have another story
I do actually.
Okay, go.
Mine is kind of gnarly. When Nan died. So Nan died, open casket.
What?
And what?
Oh, sorry.
You were too young, mate.
No. Dude, she was like my only grandparent.
Yeah, she was. So all of our grandparents had passed before we were all alive, except for Dad's mum. She passed away. They had an open casket for her. One of our distant relatives that hardly saw Nan used to come to ours every Sunday for a family roast.
Mm-hmm.
So she was our home girl, right?
She was. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
she
and
used to
she
bring
also we never got treats.
Never.
So
she'd bring Pepsi Max.
Oh, Pepsi Max, Cheezels.
Those little jam tart things, like those little cakes with a bit of jam in the middle.
Yeah, she even put those snowflake marshmallow things.
The toffee lollies.
Man, she was
awesome.
Yeah, top
anyway,
tier.
This is what I did that Mum and Dad don't know about. Nan was not religious at all. She was atheist as. She didn't believe in religion. She borderline not only didn't believe in it, didn't like it.
Mm.
But this one distant relative that had almost nothing to do with Nan but always had to be like centre of attention, main character, decides in the open casket, she's a couple of people in front of me, that she's going to slip a Bible in there.
No. Bow, bow.
And I thought, not on my watch, honey. So when it was my turn to go and see Nan and bend over and give her a kiss, which is so pretty heavy to do.
Dude, that was, gnarly.
Heavy. Do you remember that? Sorry, we keep getting sidetracked. Anyway, basically what I did was as I've bent over to give Nan a kiss, crying, I love you, Nan, whatever, I've grabbed the Bible. In my mind, I was like, Nan's not going to rest easy knowing that the Bible is in with her.
No,
she's going to be like.
And again, she's atheist. It was known that she didn't believe in that stuff. So why would you do so disrespectful in her last moment of
It was, she'd already had her last moment.
No. But I mean, her last moment of before she got buried.
Oh, yes, okay. Yeah, her last physical moment.
Yes.
Yeah, totally. I wasn't there. I wasn't going to have it for a second.
No, good for you.
So man. I think maybe she's the one that now has given us Lucky Girl syndrome because it's forever good karma because she's like, thank you, Mini Queen.
True.
Yeah, you know how we're always like, Lucky Girl syndrome, which one of our ancestors? Iris. Mum and Dad, if you're listening, I'm sorry. I hope that made you kind of proud and it didn't.
We're sorry.
Yeah. It is starting to get dark.
It is getting dark. And I think we have a friend coming over.
Oh my God, so exciting. Who is it?
I'm not telling you.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Who is that?
Hey, girl.
It's our best friend. Hi, guys.
Hey, Rue. Yeah,
Shoes
take
off.
your shoes
Are we
off.
on? Oh, we are. Guys, this is our best friend. Got our best friend.
Girl.
She a real bad bitch. Got her own money.
She don't need no.
Okay, so we'll introduce. We will introduce because not everyone knows you like we know you.
No.
Unfortunately for you guys. But this is our best friend, Ruby Schleicher.
Yes. And these guys are like my 9th and 10th best friends.
Oh,
These
that's
are
not
like,
true.
they're in the top
She
10,
flirts with us
but they're
all the
below
time.
Nathan Bree.
No. Well, we actually stole you off Brianna. You're
Yes.
Brianna's best friend. So Ruby and Bree knew each other from like how old?
18 when I moved to Melbourne.
When you moved to Melbourne from Perth to play footy, and they became besties pretty quickly.
Yes.
And then we showed up and you thought, way cooler, honey.
But I was actually really intimidated by you guys at the start.
Yeah, you were.
Because you'd show up to mine and Bree's football games because we were playing at St Kilda Sharks in the VFL away from the AFLW season.
Yeah.
And you guys would rock up with Nath, who's obviously like tall, good looking. You guys are tall, good looking. And you stand there, you'd never wear colour. You'd always wear black. Shock horror. Holly's still wearing
this
all
is
black.
the first one where I'm not
I
wearing
know
black.
you're moving away from
I'm
it.
trying.
I was really intimidated until the lead up to us going to Europe was super random. And then we went to Europe and that's probably just before Europe is when we became best friends.
It was just before Europe.
But then Europe was like
But
the
you're like
solidifier.
fully our like third sister now.
Yes.
And Nathan's third sister.
Yeah, which makes it weird. Wait, Nathan has 3 sisters.
Okay, fine.
Brianna is you're kicked out.
The 4th sister, he actually has 3
I left
maternal
Holly
sisters.
out. I left Holly out.
Which makes it a bit weird when people are shipping me and Nath on your Instagram.
For anyone that doesn't know what shipping is, it's like it's the current.
Steph barely knows because she's a geriatric. But you explain it because she's nearing death.
Yeah. I feel like it's like pop culture language for in the States, no?
Like people want to
get people together. Yeah, to hook people up. You
Which
didn't even
makes
know
me
that.
know.
I didn't know
See,
this.
Holly didn't know what shipping was. Told you.
Really?
Anyway, no,
When did you tell us that?
She's not cool like us.
No,
Ruby. We
not
are
like us,
up
my
with the
dog.
lingo, girl.
Okay, well, anyway, what was said? What happened?
It was you guys posted the TikTok of Nath doing up my bikini. And then people were like, oh my God, like it'd be so cute if they ended up together because he's talking about like, you're like my like 4th sister, bro. And I was like, yeah, which makes this fucking weirder, dude.
Yeah,
like hurry up back there.
Ruby was like, can one of you do up my bikini top? And then Nathan had free hands. So he was like, yeah, I can do it. And then he makes this gross joke like trying to be all, and he's like,
I'm used to
undoing
untying him. And I was like, ew. Like, ill pervert, step away from
and he
me.
goes, no, not yours. Like, it's all weird.
Yeah,
You're like,
and
my
you're like,
sister.
stop. And then people are shipping us. Meanwhile, my boyfriend Jimmy is at the back of the van waxing my board.
And jealous.
The simp.
He's jealous because he actually wants to be with Nathan.
Him and Nate have this like little relo
joke,
going.
eh?
They have a little
Romance.
bromance.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Right. So we got our girl in today.
good to be here, guys.
Thank you so
Good to see
much.
the operation you're running is legit.
Yeah. And also, not only is she our best mate, but Rubes is the captain of Collingwood, AFLW.
Yes.
And she is also Fox Sports best presenter. Are you a sports presenter?
I read the news for Fox Sports.
Whatever.
and then
She
I
does shit
Fox
for
footy.
news. She does for
I
Fox.
do shit for news. I do the shit for news.
She does do shit.
She does stuff for Fox Sports.
And Fox,
Sorry.
Fox footy. Steph's having a stroke. Fox footy.
And Ruby's saying Jake Watermelon on live.
Oh, that was so good. This is one of your
fucking
most
stinker,
recent
man.
calls. Anyway, we're going to move on from that
Okay.
because not everyone knows or cares, really, do they?
No,
Okay.
no one cares about what I do, bro. Come on.
But aside from all of her credentials,
Confession.
okay.
Yes.
All right, so we'll get into our confessions.
Oh my God. I will take the first one.
Okay, you got the first confession. Let's go.
Okay. So this one is called, Is This a Wrap for Me and My Friend? Oh my God, hey girls, I really need your advice because I'm thinking of turning on one of my best friends.
Like turning on like sexually or like turning on like we're not friends anymore.
Turning on one of my best friends. Just wait.
The way you read that was like turning on one of my best friends.
Are they both turned on? What's going on?
Marvin Gaye.
It's me.
Let's get
It's
it
me.
on.
I've written into the pod. I'm staring at Ruby longingly. I'm like,
Guys, this is way too chaotic already. Fuck me. Okay. I'm thinking of turning on one of my best friends and I feel so conflicted. So me and my friend do everything together. We've been besties since primary school. We go to the same high school now. We hang out every single weekend and we even got our first jobs together at the same place. I'm not going to say where because it's heaps gross, but it's a fast food place with a drive-through. The other day we were on a shift together and one of our teachers from school drove through. Look, he's definitely not our favourite teacher, but he didn't deserve what happened. My friend saw it was his order and right before she packed it, she literally farted on one of his wraps.
That is so rude.
Oh my God, hilarious. I tried to tell her not to, but it was too late. She even tried to do another fart on one of his chips, but couldn't.
She's like, he's going to hate this one.
He tastes the difference.
I actually fucked up reading it. It actually just says chips. Okay, anyway, I didn't find it funny at all. Now, every time
taking the high ground, are we? I bet you were back there giggling away, weren't you? Egging her on.
Now, every time I see this teacher at school, I can't help but think about him eating the fart wrap. It's making me feel so sick. It's making me feel so sick and guilty. My friend thinks it's the funniest thing ever, but I'm struggling. My question for the pod is, what do I even do? Do I tell my work? If I do, she'll 100% get fired, but I still like her as a friend. I just hate what she did. Should I tell the teacher or is it better for him to just never know? I'm so stuck. Should I just keep my mouth shut or is it this too far?
Okay, you think you're feeling sick and guilty. That bloke's breath has smelt like fart for the last however many days, mate. You don't think he feels sick? God, way to make it about yourself for starters.
Down the camera and everything.
Seriously. Well, you don't tell a teacher. What he doesn't know doesn't hurt him.
Exactly, yeah. Well,
But
exactly.
also, what are you going to say?
Hey,
she farted on your
breath.
Also, she hasn't done it more than once. Like if she continued to do this every time to this poor teacher, you'd be like, mate, fucking cut it out.
But also she's farting on it. She's not
It's
like
so
spitting
funny.
in it or something like gross.
It's pretty gross still, isn't it? It's not like something gross like spitting in it. It's just farting on her food.
Yeah, there's poo particles, really.
Yeah. There's a lot. There's a lot going on in there.
There's a lot of disrespect.
Yeah. Oh, the disrespect is insane.
So they don't like him. See, whereas if they liked him, I'd be more like,
he's not
this
the
is
worst.
funny.
He's not the worst. He's like, they're a bit like, oh, he's a bit annoying.
Is it even acceptable if it was the worst?
No,
I'm not sure if
but
they're
I'm saying it would be even funnier if they really liked the teacher because it's like something you would do to your mate.
I
It's
wouldn't
disgusting.
find that funny if you guys did that to me.
I'm going to fart on your next burger just to see you and not tell you. See if Jimmy can pick up on your fart breath. This is disgusting.
This is so gross.
Okay, so does she tell the teacher?
Jimmy loves
no.
my fart breath.
Yeah, no, she does. He's one of those sickos.
He's a full sim. He actually is.
You fart and he claws at you.
Oh, God.
He's going to hate this app. He's going to be like, you're never going on that couch again.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so do I tell the teacher? No, you absolutely don't.
No,
Come on.
no,
You
don't
don't.
be
If you want to, you talk to your friend about it, but like,
Yeah, you
also,
just say, can you stop farting? Like, stop doing that.
well, she's only done it once. I think it's fucking hilarious.
Oh, I think it's funny.
Yeah, it's funny to hear the story.
No, but
Okay, now put ourselves in their shoes, right? We're working there together. We're working there.
You're like-
Which, girls, if this doesn't go well, you might be. But like, you're working there, right? And
Yeah.
Steph goes, oh, there's this teacher. She was all right. She wasn't the worst. And then farts on her food. What are you saying to her?
you should have farted twice.
We're crying, laughing on the floor.
Look, I think
yeah.
at the end of the day, if you didn't say something in the time, I don't think it's a post conversation, right? It's been there, it's been and gone.
Yeah.
You had your moment to say something, you didn't.
And
So I don't think it's something you have to like. I
Agreed.
think, and it's probably going to be something that in like a year's time,
hilarious.
you go, you know what, that was pretty funny.
That was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
If it keeps going, then you say
Just
something
don't
to your
tell
friend.
the teacher.
Don't tell the
teacher.
Poor Mr. Fart Breath. He's got enough on his plate.
Yeah, and he doesn't want to know.
No.
He doesn't want to know.
What if he went?
He's got shit going on.
Yeah.
In his breath and stuff.
Or he could have left being like, that was the best rap I've ever had in my life.
True.
That one chip was dope.
Yeah. Yeah.
He goes back for more. Okay, now, have we solved that one?
She's getting over having to fight on these raps. She's like, fuck. I've got nothing left, bro. No.
This was not in the contract.
This is so stupid.
You're trying to move on from this segment.
I'm trying to move on to my confession. Nothing ever again about farts, honestly. Okay. All right. Are we ready?
Uh-huh.
So my confession is called Tattletale Toddler. Hey, girls, I hope you can help me out of this really odd situation. I'm 21 and study full-time, but to make some extra money on the side, I babysit for a few clients on the weekends. Last weekend, a couple of my regulars were going out of town and asked if I'd watch their son. He's a cute little boy, fairly quiet, and is usually a dream to look after, so I had no worries. The weekend rolls around and I take him to the local park. There were heaps of other kids playing, so I let him join in while I stood to the side with the other parents. I'm not proud of it, but I had my head glued to my phone. I was all over the shop because I double booked myself. I had a massive assignment due. I'd organised a date for the same night and I had nothing to wear. So I was online trying to find something while also melting down to the girls in my group chat. After a while, I had enough of the park and had to keep moving. So I wrapped things up, grabbed his hand and headed to the car.
Oh.
I must have been so distracted because I strapped him into his seat, hopped in the front and started driving away.
Don't tell me you didn't put the seatbelt on and he slammed the brakes on or something. He's gone flying.
Oh, geez, that's a gnarly ending. It wasn't until I looked in the rearview mirror that my heart actually stopped. I had the wrong kid.
No.
Yes.
No.
It sounds so stupid, I know. Luckily, no one was behind me because I slammed on the brakes and stopped right in the middle of the street. I hadn't gone too far, so I did a U-E and raced back. I ran across the grass holding the hand of this random little kid.
You've kidnapped a child.
Praying my actual kid was still there and that the other parents weren't already calling the cops. Thank the Lord my kid was still standing in the exact same spot. I managed to do the swap without any of the other adults noticing. As we were heading back to the car, I kept double checking and triple checking that I had the right kid. He looks up at me with his confused expression on his face and asks, "Why did you take that other boy to the car?" I panicked and told him we were just playing a game and he had to keep it a secret so we could win. But he's only little. I'm terrified he's going to blurt it out to his parents. To make it worse, the kid I kidnapped was probably 4 or 5. So he's definitely old enough to go home and tell his mum that a lady put him in her car today.
Well, he didn't speak the whole fucking time.
I have
That kid's survival instincts are near none. Like, I just want to say that. That kid, you know what? You're asking to be kidnapped.
To be honest,
you were asking
not to make this about me, but when I see dogs brawl, I freeze. I freeze.
Wait, so you're saying the little kid froze?
Maybe, yeah, because like he didn't speak. He didn't say, wrong kid. Wrong kid, girl.
Not me, guy. Not me.
Not me.
Okay, I actually haven't finished the story. Thanks for interrupting.
Okay.
I have zero idea what to do if the other parents report a near abduction at the park or if my kid tells his parents about our card game. I'm absolutely cooked. My question for the pod, should I tell the parents even though I'll definitely lose my job, or is it a no harm, no foul situation? What do I do?
Sorry, did they call the cops?
No.
Oh.
So it's literally just her, this
No
kid,
one
and the
knows.
kidnapped kid is aware that he's been taken by a weird lady.
Yeah, exactly. I just feel like
I feel like turn yourself into the nearest police station and take a good hard look at yourself.
Do you know without turning this from something funny to something serious, do you know what actually?
Oh, here we go.
I
We're about to
know.
get dark.
Okay, fine.
God.
I'm not. What would you do then?
Go
No,
on,
tell
get dark.
us.
No, I'm not going to get
Come
dark.
on, you've already
do
started
that.
getting dark.
But
Get
you
dark.
can't be telling kids it's our secret.
Yeah, that's a bit
Right, you
ugh.
can't
Then it's
say-
like, what else is?
Yeah.
What else is the secret?
Yeah.
You
Right.
know?
So I'm like, that to me is where you
Icky.
fucked up.
Yeah.
Like saying like, oh, we were just playing a game. It's like our
But then
little
if that kid
secret.
goes, we've got me and Mama have secrets, and it's like, fuck.
I hope the kid doesn't have that annoying
Mama,
voice.
Gaga. Thank you, Gaga. It's 5 years old. It's like, you've got to grow up.
Yeah.
Let's
do that.
Okay.
Okay, so what should she do in this situation? Is it a no
Okay.
foul, no play? Is it a do I dob myself in?
Like you could dob yourself in, but then I think that's also at risk of being like, okay, well, you clearly weren't looking at my kid.
Mm.
So like that's the thing. Like if it, yeah, that would be the thing for me. If I was the parent, I'd be like, you weren't actually you weren't looking after my kid. So you weren't concentrating. That's why you're not working for us anymore.
I was a nanny, right? And
Yeah.
your number one thing, your like the parents one, like the parent, like that's their baby.
Don't steal
right?
anyone's kid.
Number one thing, don't get your kids stolen. Yeah. You want to steal other kids, you steal other kids, but do not get my kids stolen. But don't be on your phone all the time around that kid. Like obviously you're like checking it throughout the day and stuff, but you're there to look after the kid.
Guys.
And I understand there's a lot going on and all that sort of shit. Have better life admin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Be a bit of an adult. Look at me giving life lessons.
I know, the most mature person ever. No.
Oh, I've never kidnapped a kid, so I'm winning.
That's true. But you know what I can really empathise with? We've all obviously been like nannies, right?
Yeah.
When we were living in Ireland, oh, dude.
Oh, my God.
Dude. So I'm dobbing on myself.
Steph got like a doozy family.
No, they were legends.
No, but they were like.
Really wealthy, mansion. Have I told you this?
Is this the one that was the really smart little girl?
So clever.
Yeah.
But also.
They were like uber rich.
Uber rich.
Yeah.
And it was 3 of them. And I would take them down to the park, which took us a little while to get to, right? There was no public toilet at this park. We'd get there and I swear to God, we'd get there and every time we'd get there, she'd be like, I need to go to the toilet. And I'd be like, oh no, 1 or 2, number 2. So I started teaching her what a bush poo was. So we start doing bush poos. To be fair, there were bushes.
Okay, don't say we started doing bush poos. Just to clarify, Steph wasn't pooing with the little girl in the bushes. The little girl was pooing in the bushes.
Yes.
You were keeping watch.
Yeah. At the time, I also stole other kids and took them into the bush.
And then we were the gang called the bush pooers.
No. But my point is, I know what it's like to also be like, oh no, if the parents find out about this one, because after about 3 weeks of her doing a bush poo, and it got to the point where she'd be like, I need to go to the toilet. And I'd be like, no, you don't. You can hold on, because she obviously enjoyed a bush shit.
Don't we all?
Well, her mum comes to me at about 3-week mark and she goes, oh my gosh. And they had a gardener. They had everything. Like these people were very wealthy. And she's like, gee, you'd think we have a dog or something. And I was like, why? What do you mean? And she's like, because there is poo all through the backyard. So the little girl is going outside to take a shit on the grass. And I'm like this, really? And I'm like, oh my God, if she tells her mum, yeah, because Steph lets me do bush poos. Because I'm like, yeah, in Australia, we do all these bush poos and blah, blah, blah.
You know what? That's a great excuse though.
Yeah, cultural difference.
Cultural difference.
Yeah, you can't hang that on. That's what we do.
Yeah.
I'm from the city.
With all the deadly spiders and snakes that we come across every day. Like, as far as they know, that's our life.
Yeah.
They also had a grandma in that house, didn't they, that kept forgetting your name and kept using every name that started with S, but not Steph.
So she'd be like, Sarah, can you please clean
this? That's a power move.
Sophie, come here. Sophie. Sabrina. And Steph's like, fucking, it's Steph.
But anyway, that's taking us off track. My point was.
I'm an idiot.
Yes.
Stupid.
Anyway, back to sis that wrote in. I think she needs to come clean. She's taken a kid, put it in. It could just get way worse.
Yeah, and I think she's like, you got a lot going on, girl. If you need to give this one up, give this one up. You know what I mean? And you'll get another gig. That's fine. If they want to sack you, they can sack you.
And make it a funny thing. Like just be like, guys, I swear I had eyes on him at all times, but I don't know what must have happened. I've grabbed him near the slide. Make some shit up.
I know.
So it's like kind of an easy switch.
Or she could say, I had a really bad migraine. You know how you get those migraines where you can only see half of someone? I've had one of them before. They're gnarly. You could be like, I had a migraine. I thought I grabbed your kid.
She's taking an adult. She's only seen like the bottom half. She's walking an adult. Structured as a baby seat. It's one of the parents. They haven't said a thing.
They're sort of into it. They're like, I love this for me.
This nanny's wild.
She's like, why is this baby so fucking heavy?
This baby's got massive feet.
Okay, anyway, we're dobbing ourselves
Come
in.
clean.
Yeah, come clean,
whatever. Dob yourself in. You'll find a family if you lose your job. Okay. I keep stuttering. I don't know why. Okay. All right. It's time that we're moving on.
Okay.
It's time that we're moving on.
I say it every week. My favourite segment. Can you guess it?
No.
Right. Jesus Christ. No. Sealed section.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
All right, Holly.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
go.
Okay, so this one is called Birth Control Breakup. Hey girls, I really need to know, is this actually a thing or am I totally losing it? I've been seeing my boyfriend for just over a year now. Things were great. He's amazing. But for a while, I've been struggling with some body image issues because I have really bad acne. I finally went to see a dermatologist about it and they reckon it could be birth control causing the breakouts. So I had a chat with my boyfriend and we decided to come off the pill for a bit to see if my skin would finally clear up. Simple, right? Mm-hmm. Except the second I stopped taking it, I basically stopped liking my boyfriend.
I've heard this happening before. This was my biggest fear.
I could have told you this years ago, girl. Continue.
Okay. Ruby scream cries. Okay. I'm not even kidding. It's like a switch flipped. Before, I was always so hot for him, but now nothing. It's just gone. Actually, if I'm being brutally honest, and just between us, he's kind of low-key ugly. Sorry.
Oh. She gets rid of her acne all of a sudden. She's like, bugs.
You're not good enough for me.
Yeah, bye-bye.
I know. And now my mind is playing these head games with me. Was I ever actually attracted to him? Or was it just the pill messing with my brain chemistry for a year? Or has coming off it just sent my hormones into such a spin that I can't feel anything? I have no idea what's happening, but I've been so standoffish with him lately. I know it's mean because he hasn't actually done anything wrong, but I just can't bring myself to be affectionate. I feel like a total bitch. Questions for the pod. Has anyone else gone through this? What should I do? Do I wait for my hormones to level out? Or is this the real me realizing we aren't a match? Help.
Okay. Now I actually had fears of this because I was on the rod for 7 years.
Long time.
It was a long time. So 3 separate rods because they last for 3 years each. But the third one didn't work. Like I was getting nonstop spotting and stuff like that. So I was like, I'm getting this thing out. Yeah. This isn't working for me.
Yeah.
And I was like, me and Jimmy have been together for like 3 years. What if I get this thing out and I go, this guy
is fugly.
Is fugs.
Dude.
And he is.
And like we know that about him.
We know that, but luckily he's funny.
He's so funny.
He's so funny.
The only thing
that's
he's got going
the only reason he got. No, but I have heard about that happening, and it was a genuine thought. I was like, because it messes. It's not like your pheromones and stuff. It messes with the way that you everything like that.
Yep.
Okay. What I would say is, I think you need to get everything else in line. So you can't just make a decision. You need to go and like make sure you're getting regular periods so that you know that your cycle's
let
normal.
Things level out a bit.
And
first.
also, will I say though, with hormones, it's something that doesn't level out by itself. You've actually got to go see someone.
Correct. You've got to go see a naturopath or a naturopath nutritionist like we all see. Get your bloods done, have them look at it.
Because, it's like one thing in the body that can't fix itself. It's like if you break your arm, your bone will mend. But if your hormones are out of whack, you've got to do stuff to get back to a certain level.
Yeah. That really is very quickly becoming a thing, isn't it? Like we all would have had this discussion, I reckon, for the first time a couple of years ago when we were all like, hey, have you been like reading those studies and things that are coming out on girls coming off the pill and then all of a sudden they're not attracted to their boyfriend anymore? Which is wild. I would like to know too, like what is she thinking of his smell? For me personally, and I only was on the pill for 1 year, so it had nothing to do with the pill. But for me, I could be into a guy, we could be seeing each other for a few months and then one day he just stinks.
I think it's like this.
Do you
sound
smell
so gross.
Jimmy?
Yeah, bro. Like even when if Jimmy's gone for a run, I don't mind his run smell.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I get that.
When you say run smell, do you smell his armpits?
I have smelled his armpits before because but as in like it's not a consistent thing. I'm not every time
he gets in the door.
I'm not every time he goes.
Coming up.
Hey, you save that shit for me. I'm out. I'm like, do not shower until I get home and smell that.
That's fucking hilarious. I can so picture you two doing that.
Our advice to her is that you need to go get other things sorted.
Yes.
You need to go get your ducks in a row. Don't trust your body right now.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But if once those things are in line, or if it all gets too much and you need to make that decision, you make that decision because it is mean to him if you stick in it. That is, and like just sort of he feels you distant and then you're not really giving him a reason. That's mean as well.
Yeah. Okay, so we're getting our ducks in a row health-wise, letting our hormones level out because it does take a while after the pill, especially if you've been on it for a long time, to let things level out and then we're seeing how we feel.
Yep.
And if he still stinks and he's fugly, we move on. Yeah. We download the Spotify breakup song list and we move on.
Good one.
Okay, so we've got to charge ahead because Jimmy's just text saying that dinner's almost ready. Yep. But before you go, we've got one horror story.
All right.
Okay, so hopefully you're not too scared going home. All right, and it's my horror story this time. Okay. So this is called Chin Music at Christmas. I've been seeing this girl for almost a year and she decided it was finally time for me to meet the family. Christmas was coming up and while I'm from a pretty small family, hers was massive. We're talking aunts, uncles, cousins, grandparents, about 100 people all descending on one place for a massive lunch and I was getting thrown in the deep end. The warnings started weeks before. My girlfriend kept telling me about the legendary family cricket game. Don't go lightly, she'd say. Everyone will be judging you. I could tell it was half tongue-in-cheek, but she was also deadly serious. I was psyching myself right up to meet the whole family, make a good impression and survive the first game of cricket. Things got underway. I had a couple of beers to settle the nerves and then someone called for the cricket to start. I realised pretty quickly this wasn't a casual hit and giggle. This was war. You had fathers versus sons talking absolute smack, guys in their late 20s bowling beamers at grandpas, and kids getting no mercy whatsoever. They threw me into bat and I held my own. I don't have a conventional style, but I got a few big hits away and started feeling like part of the crew. After a few more drinks, I started joining in on the chirp. There was this one kid who was properly giving it to me, telling me I was just the new guy on the block and that he'd seen plenty of boyfriends come and go. I fired back with, how would you know? You're only 6, shut up. It got a few laughs and I was feeling up and about. Then it was my turn to bowl. And wouldn't you know it, the loudmouth kid was at the crease. As a joke, I took a massive 30-metre run up, steamed in and sent one right past him. I walked halfway down the pitch, looked him in his ugly little face.
We went there.
And said, keep talking, mate, and the next one will be on your chin.
It's a story about dad. No.
It was clearly a joke. People laughed. I went back to the mark, steamed in again from 30 metres out, and this time I actually lost my length. I sent a bouncer flying and it hit the kid right in the eye socket. Everything stopped. The kid went down and started crying. Everyone ran over and the whole mood shifted from Christmas cheer to public execution. I went over to apologise, but the family literally formed a wall. One of the uncles said, what the fuck is wrong with you, mate? I tried to say I was joking, but then a cousin chimed in. We heard what you said, mate. You said you'd put one on his chin. Tough man, he's only a kid. I was rattled. It was impossible to defend. On one hand, it was obviously a joke, but on the other, I had literally done exactly what I threatened to do. The kid had a massive cut over his eye and had to be rushed off for stitches. For some insane reason, we stuck around for dinner and the Secret Santa. It was the longest 4 hours of my life. My girlfriend didn't defend me once. We didn't last much longer after that. And to be fair, I get why. I was and forever will be the guy who beamed the kid at Christmas. I laugh about it now with my mates, though. That'll teach him for talking shit.
Well, I was going to say, talk shit, get hit. You know what I mean? Like,
question for the pod. Have you or anyone you've ever dated ever had a moment where you just did not get along with the family or vice versa?
My thinking just went to, in relation to that story, was when myself and your ex-partner, and we went and played tennis together. I was winning at the start. He was like good at any sport. Like he was
also
a gun.
Super competitive. Like Holly's a kid. He's an adult. He's playing professional footy at this point as well. He's an athlete. So I'm also thinking, he should probably go a bit light on her, but he won't because he's an idiot.
But it's not even like the physical part. It was the mental game that he got me. He got me.
He got you good.
If you're watching this, buddy.
So go on. What happened?
Oh, basically I was winning at the start and then he started to win. And then I started to get a bit frustrated because he then started to just, I don't even remember what he was saying, but he was just going for me verbally. And then eventually got to a point where I cracked. And
she ran at him. She couldn't run further than the net, but he's just stood there like crouched up and she's ran at him and got into the net and just piffed her racket at him as hard as she could.
Holly,
I know.
You little turd.
But then ran home like crying.
Yeah, I was so angry.
And he's crying because he's had a racket pelted in his head.
He thought it was hilarious.
I was looking at Steph as well, being like, mate, he's being a fucking smartass. You can see I'm getting upset by this. And she was like,
my boyfriend at the time though.
Yeah, but
You're in
also
love.
I wouldn't have
I
been
was
eye
10.
rolly. But that's the difference. We would have been like bordering 20 and you would have been young and we would have just been like, this is hilarious. The little sister getting all hyped up.
Life lessons.
And it's really not that deep. But she's also competitive.
She deeped it.
She got deep.
I had my little Dunlops on and my little tennis skirt.
Little volleys.
And she ran home and I feel like you didn't speak to him for like a week.
Yeah, nah. A week later when he's like, doing some salt and vinegar chips. And I was like, yep.
You know
and
the
then
way to my heart, buddy.
Yeah.
I love you, dog. You're my boy. You always been my boy.
I'm like, get me 2 packets, mate.
Guys,
silly.
I've got to go.
I know you
No,
do.
I
Dinner's
know.
ready.
You're not
Dinner's
allowed to
ready.
leave.
I need to go. But I'll see you probably tomorrow.
You will because we're coming over to yours.
Yes.
Can't wait. All right. Well, we've got to go to bed anyway, really. It's
I
getting
wish we
late.
could have a sleepover.
I know. Anyway,
Have a
maybe later.
stupid boyfriend waiting for me at my
Oh.
stupid house.
Oh.
I love this house.
I know. This sounds so nice and cozy. Anyway, thanks for tuning in to Girls Next Door, guys. We'll see you all next week. Bye.